Thank you for tuning in to the Helium Radio Network. You are listening to a rebroadcast of a previously recorded show.
Peaceful Warriors Wellness. Feel better, move better, be better. When you feel better, you feel more like you. And when you move better, there's so much you can do. Be who you were meant to be. Peaceful Warriors Wellness. Feel better, move better, be better. Peaceful Warriors.
Okay, welcome to another edition of the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better podcast. My name is Scott Roberts.
Hi, I'm Lena Roberts.
And I'm Roma.
And we will be talking about a few different topics today, but before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the particulars, such as where we're located. We are located at 19 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Street South in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's on MLK or 9th Street between Central and 1st Avenue South. We can be found online at www.peacefulwarriorswellness.com. And our phone number is 727-822-8866 if you would like to call and schedule an appointment with any of our amazing therapists. And speaking of which, that's going to be our first topic today. Peaceful Warriors has changed a little bit over the last couple months. We've had two of our therapists, Jemison and Bridget, leave our staff.
Both chasing girls across the lands.
Right.
Love. They both, I can't, have any ill feelings about them leaving me, even though my heart tells me that they left me, not that they were following their own love. And I'm really glad that both of them are doing what they feel like they need to do.
Yeah, so Bridget went south further into Florida, and Jemison moved out to Colorado. So obviously we've lost two of our therapists, so we had to do a little bit of hiring. And we've made some adjustments and changes. We have, of course, Stephen and Maya are now becoming much more established on a regular basis with their clientele. A lot of great reviews for both of them, so that's working out very well for them. And then we added Ernie into our staff. He's going to be here 3 days a week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for a little while until his availability may change or shift. But Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we're going to have Ernie in our office. And he's a very nice deep tissue therapeutic body worker. Really knows how to get into that muscle tissue. He has a lot of experience working at Dr. Rubin's at Rubin Health Center up the road, and brings that knowledge and experience into our office as well. So it's nice to have another set of strong hands in the office to work on clients that need that kind of work.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
100%.
He was very therapeutically minded whenever I had him work on me. It was like, okay, I told him, this is where I hurt. This is what it feels like. This is when it hurts the most. It feels like that it needs XYZ. And he jumped right in there and addressed every single thing that I had said and explained to me why he was doing XYZ. And I was just so impressed with him.
Oh, yeah.
Maya, have you had a massage by him yet?
Roma.
Oh,
Me?
excuse me, Roma. Yes, you, Roma. Sorry.
When Maya get here. I did get a massage from him, and it was very nice. It definitely brings me back to my days, though. When I was, short story to explain, my mom wasn't the best driver in the world, and we got into a lot of car accidents. And I was in the chiropractic office a lot as a child, and I got a great deal of massages and adjustments in that environment. And I did get a little bit of memory of that. It was very clinical, precise, therapeutic, but at the same time, he really introduced that the really good energy. It was really great to talk with him through the whole session. I felt entirely comfortable. It was just, even though it was basically the first time I really had a chance to have a conversation with him, I felt like I've already known him for a long time.
Right. That's exactly how I felt too.
Oh, yeah. And I felt great. Well, I was the only reason I was sore, I didn't drink enough water. It was getting hot outside again. So I was evaporating faster than I could drink it. I was like, oh,
The next morning I was like, oh my gosh, where is the water? Because I know that the water will make this feel better.
Oh, H2O.
Yes.
And that is definitely an important component of health in general. Getting enough water. Most of us are chronically dehydrated. We'll touch on that real quick, just being that the subject came up. You should be drinking at least half your body weight in ounces every single day of water. And if you're drinking coffee or alcohol, then you need to add 8 ounces for every beverage that you consume that has the caffeine in it or alcohol in it. So it's quite a bit of water when you stop and really think about it and what you should be doing, and makes a big difference in how you feel, and especially receiving body work makes a big difference. So it is
For
really
sure.
nice. And Ernie's also a very hard worker. He's very personable as far as he's a go-getter.
He's a gardener, and I have really, really been asking him to do some kind of regular gardening, like Ernie's gardening corner or something like that, where he can really
That'd be
talk
fun.
to us about gardening, because
I'm just going to show up at his house and be like, I got a camera. It's time to go.
yeah,
Look
yeah,
at your
yeah.
garden.
Yes.
He's already given us some
And-
advice on our tower garden also.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would like for him to get more into that, because even if you just have a small area, you can grow something, and growing something enhances your surroundings, your well-being, and in turn your life. So growing something green is always such a good addition to your life.
Not to mention the direct relationship between human beings breathing oxygen and giving off carbon dioxide, monoxide.
Right.
No, dioxide. And plants do the opposite. They do photosynthesis and they give off the oxygen that we need to breathe. So it's also very important for that reason.
Right. And you can
Talk to your plants.
I can, whenever I walk into that front office smells so much cleaner and crisper.
Fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh. And that's what I really like about having plants, is that the air always smells better.
Yeah.
So
I agree. 10 out of 10.
we also hired a new reflexologist. Alex is going to be coming to us just about full time of just doing reflexology. He has been a massage therapist.
Or foot massage.
Foot massage. He does he's been a massage therapist for a couple of years, mostly in the chiropractic offices. But we went through the reflexology schooling at the Foot Institute, the Foot Whisperer Institute in Tampa. And him and I just really, the feet really spoke to us. We can really tell a lot from people by their feet. And what they need, what we can do to help them feel better by what they tell us and what their feet tell us.
We're going to get into that a little bit more in the second segment, right?
Yes. And,
That's exciting.
But Alex will be here. What did we say? Monday through Saturday,
Wednesday,
except for Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, yeah. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Alex will be here. He's a very nice young man. We actually, it inspired us to create a fifth area to do work in. And so he's going to have a dedicated area in our back here in this back room that we designed specifically for him to do nothing but foot reflexology and foot massage, and maybe occasionally some chair massage in that space. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it gives another opportunity to. We've had a very full schedule lately where we have clients that are wanting appointments, but we only have 4 rooms, and it won't be for massage therapy, but it'll work out very well for the reflexology or.
Well, I am looking forward to it, because Roma, I know you've told me a bunch, such and such called for reflexology, but you and Catherine are completely booked.
Correct.
So we will have that third person in here that will be able to do that. But he will also be able to do face and ear and hand reflexology. So it's not just on the feet. It'll be anywhere the nerve endings end in your body. So like all of them come off of the spine and end in your hands and feet and face and head and ears.
But it is nice to get some new people in here, some new faces. It's sad, of course, to see some of our therapists that have been with us for a while depart and go elsewhere. But it's also nice to get the breath of fresh air and some new personalities in here at the same time.
It's kind of like a plant. You know, you can't grow unless you prune a little bit. And so we have pruned a little bit, and now it's springtime. We're in our growing season again.
We're doing it.
Yeah, it's just ebb and flow, a little bit of change, but it's all for the better. You know, I mean, it's just different. Not better or worse, but just different.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it gets a little bit better. That every time we grow a little bit, it gets a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. What was it? What?
So,
go ahead.
We also have another girl that we are interviewing this afternoon. I have interviewed
you've already interviewed her.
I would like to get... Well, we've already interviewed her, but she's coming in for her demo massage on me. And then I think she comes in tomorrow with you, Scott. And she's a friend of Roma's, so that becomes a big check in the categories of just being able to be nice, because I know that Roma does not hang around with anybody that's not nice.
That is fair.
So I'm looking forward to having just one more female to kind of balance everything out.
Oh, Kales is absolutely wonderful. I know there's probably what you know from my voice cracked so bad. I'm so sorry. There's what you know from the interview and what you've said with her, and you'll find out more later this afternoon. But Kales is an incredible healer. I met them while, believe it or not, camping, and just the energy that they give off, the healing touch. Like no one's ever literally massaged my stomach to where it feels like they're stirring a bowl of ramen noodles. You know what I mean? Like that was absolutely wild. And we've just been friends.
So now we'll have to ask for an abdominal massage today?
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I could gush about Kales all day.
I don't know if you need any help with your belly being stirred up like a bowl of ramen noodles, though.
I know.
I did ask Maya to do it once, and it was really cool.
Great. So, we have been so busy here. We did the Williams Park at the Saturday morning market Saturday, because we moved from the our regular place to the Williams Park because they're putting up the racetrack for the Grand Prix race next weekend. So you'll probably start hearing the cars tomorrow or Wednesday.
It'll be Wednesday or Thursday before you'll start hearing cars.
Yeah, start hearing them. I'm already seeing some of the trailers were here today. But so next weekend we won't have any Saturday morning market because the race will be going on. And so all the warriors will be here in the office. Yesterday we had the Spring in the Edge, the big event, the spring, our first big event since the COVID shutdown. And it was a light traffic. It looked like it was going to rain all day, but there was a lot of people here, out here. The people that we did have.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were able to make some really, really good connections with the people that did come through.
Oh,
we
man.
did, yeah. It was very beneficial that way. So that's going to conclude the first half of our podcast today.
Yes.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And again, my name is Scott Roberts.
And I'm Lena Roberts.
And I'm Roma.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hey, Eric Remmel here, producer of the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better podcast, and I'm here today to tell you about the amazing folks at Peaceful Warriors Wellness Center. Not only am I a producer of the show, but I'm also a client. Their staff of therapists are truly the best at what they do. Now is your chance to check them out for yourself. Go to their website, peacefulwarriorswellness.com, and click Book Now, or give them a call at 727-822-8866. Use the promo code RADIO and get $15 off your first visit. Yes, you heard me right, $15 off your first visit. Now, this is just for a limited time, and make sure to tell them that you heard about it on heliumradio.com.
Hey, we're back. And now we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is reflexology and reading of the feet and the hands and the face and the ears. It's been a something that I've kind of always been drawn to, but never really, quote, understood. And now that I am in it and I am touching feet and looking for these signs, and it's something that I just naturally go to. And that's something that Alex, I'm really, really excited about having Alex in here to talk to him about the reflexology. And yesterday he came up to me and he was like, I had this client at the Saturday morning market and their heels were just completely hard with calluses. He said, I couldn't get them to move. They were just very, very hard. And he was like, how do you treat through that? And I was like, well, first of all, you in a 10-minute session cannot treat a callus as a reflexologist, but you can help that client help themselves. And he said, well, what causes that? And we went through the grids. I don't know if you can see them very well here, but we're going to use the hand grid. No, you can't see them at all, can you? But anyway, the heel is zone 5, which is the lower body, but it's really the sense of security of moving forward. And I said, I didn't know this person, but tell me, are they overweight? And he said, yes. I said, were they in a time of crisis in their life or feel like they're stuck? And he was like, yeah, they said that they had been sick for a long time and had been out of work, but had not been able to get disability yet. And I said, yes, that person feels like they're stuck there, that their sense of security of moving forward in life is not going anywhere. And so, that's not something that you can fix for them, but you can bring it awareness to them that they do have these feelings of being stuck and not being able to help themselves. And just let them talk about it a little bit, and they can usually figure it out for themselves. He felt very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Confident in his skills to be able to go back out there, and the next person that comes into him, that he will be able to help them.
Yeah, it's a very interesting aspect of what you do that always intrigues me a little bit. I'm much more of a mechanic. This is causing this and that's causing that, and because of those two things, this over here is happening, and being able to kind of address that puzzle and figuring out where the pieces are fitting versus where they could fit or should fit. That's much more of an approach that I have, but you have a very interesting, intuitive approach, and especially through your reflexology, but through all your body work. And that's just one of the reasons that to talk about it today is because I think it's amazing that you're able to do it. It's almost, no, I just said it's a very interesting.
Did you repeat your last
sentence?
sentence?
I just said it was very intriguing to me that you're as intuitive as you are and able to see, feel, read different things through your reflexology, especially, but through most of your body work. Whereas I'm much more mechanical and analytical and putting the pieces of the puzzle together type of approach.
Absolutely.
So it's a little bit different, but both very effective in their own ways.
They are, because what works for me doesn't work for other people, and what works for you doesn't work for other people. And so it's a very specialized treatment plan. Well, excuse me, we don't treat. It is a very vague that can always be interpreted a lot of different ways. But I have been able to take my experience in life and my experience of of massage therapy and bring it to reflexology and foot reading so that I can say, okay, I have touched a bunch of feet that have this problem. And this is what I have seen that has helped my previous clients. This is what I've seen to help myself. And this is what I am going to convey to my client. Most of the things that I suggest are stretching and drinking water, yes. But it is more of a specific stretch, a specific water, when to drink them more water. There's a lot to take into consideration whenever you're drinking water. Drinking water before you go to bed is normally not, especially as we get older and gravity becomes more of an issue with us.
A really good opportunity is that Alex has had the full year of training and is needing to finish up some of his certification process and work, so that'll give him the opportunity to do that hands-on, but also to have you as a available mentor to be a little bit better at the reading aspect of reflexology. I think it's a great opportunity that he'll have to learn from you in that regards.
I'm excited because I really think that reflexology is a specialized technique that, like I said before, what works for me is not going to work for somebody else. Just like we have so many different massage therapists here that people can choose from, the different styles and techniques. And now we'll have 3 different reflexologists that people can choose from that has the different styles and techniques. Catherine is a very, very deep tissue reflexologist. She just has that natural, deep touch to her that a lot of times I'm going, ow, hey, back off, ow, that hurts. But that's what she does, because there are some people that need that deep triggers to their feet because their feet are so desensitized. They have hurt so much that all those sensory muscles in there have just shut down. They're like, you're not paying any attention to me, so I'm just going to shut down. And Catherine can really trigger those sensory nerves to respond more. Alex has a natural, not a deep tissue, but when he grabs a hold of your foot, you know that your foot has been grabbed a hold of. He has a solid hold of your foot that feels very comforting and not necessarily nurturing, but he has a confidence to his hold. Whereas I am much more softer. I'm going to get you relaxed down so that I can listen to your body. That they have a lot more. I have to have a lot more than what they seem to be able to touch naturally. It's something that I have to talk to you about. So I'm really excited to be able to have 3 different trained reflexologists in this office. We have a lot of trained massage therapists and reflexologists, and next week, fingers crossed, I am interviewing a new acupuncturist. I don't know where this is going, but I like to be able to be more of a well-rounded wellness center. So we will be back next week, same time, same place. Please go to our website and check us out, which is peacefulwarriorswellness.com. You can give us a call at 727-822-8866. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube. Please go to any of these social media sites and like us and subscribe to listen to this, and leave us a review, because we don't have very many reviews of our podcast, and I would like to see some of our reviews. Mm-hmm. Tell us what you think about it. So, I'm Lena Roberts.
Give her the old guy.
Oh, no.
No, our old guy is what keeps, he keeps us in line.
Yes.
The old man standing up there going, get off my yard!
Get out of my lawn.
Get off my podcast. Alrighty.
we do like to have a little bit of fun along the way. So
Yes, we do.
hopefully you enjoy the extra little bit of humor. And we're all a little on the tired side. So we've been here 7 days straight. We've got another 6
several
more
weeks.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
it's been rainy. It's cold.
No, it's
Cold,
not
it's not
cold.
cold.
It just looks like it's cold, but when
It
you
looks
step
like
out,
it's
it's
cold.
still 75 degrees.
Yeah, soupy.
Yes, it is. Very soupy.
Ugh.
What is that? What is that cold soup called? Gazpacho?
Gazpacho.
Gazpacho.
Yes, gazpacho. That's what it
It's
feels
very
like outside.
gazpacho-y outside.
Yes. Okay,
More like
guys.
a French onion.
No, that's no.
Ugh. Ugh.
Okay, guys. We will see you next week.
Thank you for listening to Helium Radio. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own and should not be construed in any way as advice from Helium Radio. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our website. Personal perspectives expressed by the producers, writers, and editors will always be presented as such. Any rebroadcast or retransmission without the express written consent of Helium Radio is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.